You know how they say that a rising tide lifts all ships and boats? Well, there's a tsunami coming. And it's actually two back-to-back, interconnected, just bam, bam. They work together. They're like brothers. One's like the young brother that takes on all the risk, knows all the cool people. The other's the older brother that kind of is a little more down to earth and structured, you know, minimizes his risk. And that's Polkadot and Kusama. Kusama is the canary testnet for Polkadot, and that's where the risk is going to be, right? They're going to try, and if it's not ready for Polkadot or they can't get the parachain on Polkadot, they're going to try and get a parachain on Kusama. So these two are going to come in and they're going to raise a lot of projects. There's a lot of projects depending on Polkadot, and it's going to be hot stuff. So stick around. As always, not financial advice. I'm Joe, so you want a crypto. Alright, now that everybody's hit that like, subscribe button, you hit the notification bell so you can get these video notifications whenever I make them. I'll put all the links, or the timestamps below, and that way you can skip ahead to all your favorite little bits and pieces. But Polkadot Kusama, this stuff is going to be cool. There's a lot. May is looking like a pretty good month for Polkadot. April, some of the projects were, you know, they didn't do as well as we thought they would, right? Let's just be honest. But that happens. But everything pulled back. Things are looking good. Everything's kind of correcting and consolidating, and we're looking for the next big movements, right? We want to stay ahead of that curve, and that's where we're at right now. And Polkadot's right there. You know, they've been kind of on the back burner. You don't hear a lot about them in the news. You're going to start hearing about them here real soon. And I'll show you why here in just a second. So here's Polkadot. Polkadot is live. Polkadot development is on track to deliver the most robust platform for security, scalability, and innovation. True interoperability, economics, scalability, blockchain innovation. Here we go. But anyway, governance, staking, bonding, and from a big name that y'all know and love, Dr. Gavin Wood from Ethereum. Here we go. Polkadot is rolling out the most robust platform for security, scalability, and innovation, having launched the Genesis blockchain back in, May 2020. Polkadot is now on track to get several parachains in 2021. Well, we're starting Q2 2021, and we knew that the second half of this year was going to be pretty good for Polkadot, right? We've been anticipating this, and now it's here. You can look ahead at, back at some of this stuff, but I'm going to just jump ahead on this roadmap to the current phase Parachain Rollout. Before being enabled by Polkadot's network governance, parachains will be tested and optimized both on parachain testnets and on Kusama, right? That's why Kusama's hot. Once the code has been fully tested, audited, and benchmarked, and parachains are running smoothly on Kusama, Polkadot governance can enable parachains and begin parachain slot lease auctions. Parachain slots will be auctioned one by one, with each auction lasting about 2 weeks. And those are candlestick style auctions. I'll have a link above if you want to get into that. But basically there's like a bidding period, and then there's another bidding period. And then they go back through that second one and choose something randomly. So you can't get like outbid at the last minute. You know, there's a little more to it, but that's the basic. So here's the DOT token, governance, staking, bonding. Here's some frequently asked questions. So, the DOT will serve three key functions, right, in Polkadot, namely providing governance for the network, operating the network, and creating parachains by bonding DOT. In order for the platform to function and allow valid transactions to be carried out on the parachains, Polkadot will rely on DOT holders to play the active roles. Participants will put their DOT at risk, staking, bonding, and in the third part, really, to get the parachains is where you get the bonded part, and that's kind of what I wanted to point out. The third function of DOT will be the ability to add new parachains by tying up their DOT, referred to as bonding. The DOT will be locked for a period of time. It's kind of like renting out a parachain. And then later, of course, we'll have Parathreads. These links will be below. None of this is financial advice. In case you didn't know, I'm not your financial advisor. Just some dude sharing some research. And here's a great place for you to find some research. All right, everybody knows about Coingecko, CoinMarketCap, and all of that. However, they have a lot of features within there, tabs and different things that are pretty neat. And you may or may not know this, but here's one right here: top cryptocurrency categories by market capitalization. So we have exchange-based tokens, DeFi, and then, but you can skip, here's some Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, Polkadot ecosystem, Solana ecosystem, hot right there. We'll do some more stuff on Solana later. We made, I think the last time I did anything on Solana was, man, at least a month or two ago. Anyway, but you get the idea. Oracles, bonding, borrowing, okay. So on there, we're going to go to the Polkadot ecosystem. Coins by market capitalization. Of course, we got number 8, Polkadot. I look for Polkadot real soon to be back pushing the top 5. Chainlink, they'll be back in the top 10, I think. And then Kusama. I think Kusama is going to make a pretty good sized jump and really start to push, a little bit higher. We'll talk about it in just a second. But here's some of the other projects in case you're not familiar. We got some Ontology, 0x, AnchorRed. Different Energy Web token, that's kind of a sleeper maybe. Seller Network, another sleeper a little bit. Paid Network, all of these. Sora is really good. We'll talk a little bit more about Sora in a second. Anyway, I think we'll do some DEGO in a second. ExeedMe, that's another one that's kind of a sleeper I'm going to talk about. But anyway, we'll get to all those here in just a second. So Polkadot, here's your relay chain. It's a scalable, interoperable, secure network for the next web. Any type of data across any type of blockchain. Polkadot is a network protocol that allows arbitrary data, not just tokens, to be transferred across the blockchains. And here's your relay chain. These are, this is your Parathreads. Right here, this is Parathreads. And all of these are your Parachains and your relay chain. But here's your network. Here you go. Relay chain, Parathreads, bridges. If you want to check all this out, it's pretty cool. We're not going to deep dive too much, but I do want to talk about a few things right here. Not as much as it looks like, but Polka Bridges. So Polkadot was created with the belief that no single blockchain can do everything, rather that we need a future where there's multi-chains. Interoperability, that's the name of the key, that's the key, right? The name of the game. As the number and often the size of blockchain networks continues to grow, they remain largely cut off. They're siloed like islands. So we want to make all this work together. A blockchain bridge is a connection that allows the transfer of tokens and/or arbitrary data from one blockchain to another. Both chains have different protocols, rules, communities, and governance models, but a bridge provides a compatible way to interoperate secure with both sides. And there's different kinds of bridges. You can generally be divided into two camps. The centralized bridges, where there's a trusted entity, and then the trustless, where there's just, decentralized. And it's the code, it's the product, it's how it's made that does the trust, right? So Polkadot was designed as an underlying infrastructure to realize the kind of scalability, interoperability, and security needed to enable the multi-chain future, allowing a diverse layer 1 parachains to interact and communicate with each other in the ecosystem. But now they can also talk to the external networks like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and they interoperate via bridges. There's different bridges. We'll talk about that in a minute, but you'll see why that's important. Some of the bridges supported by Web3 Foundation grants are Interlay, and that's going from Bitcoin to Polkadot. Snowfork, building a general purpose bridge between Ethereum and Polkadot. Darwinia is building a permissionless non-custodial bridge protocol featuring efficient, low-cost decentralization of cross-chain tokens and NFTs, NFT transfers, as well as other cross-chain operations. And then you have Centrifuge SafeChain. ChainBridge allows Centrifuge to move fungible and non-fungible tokens between chains, enabling the financing of real-world assets and a variety of DeFi products. ChainX, a crypto asset gateway, is planning bridges to several networks and has implemented a BTC to substrate bridge. So that'd be Bitcoin to Polkadot, right? Polkadot substrate base. Bitfront has developed an EOS network bridge. So much more. Links below. Tons of reading time if you got it. All right, Polkadot, Chainlink, another one that's probably going to have a pretty good summer, right? It seems like it needs a little bit of love on there too. Chainlink makes Oracle Palette available to all Substrate, Polkadot, and Kusama chains. Not going to dig real deep into this one, but if you want to know, here's Chainlink, $40.40, 6.6%. That's what we're up in the last 24 hours. Link, LINK, is your token. So, dude, Link is Strong community, lots of money. $17.1 billion market cap, 1.5, a little over, billion in the last 24 hours. It's on basically every exchange you could ever imagine. So you won't have a hard time finding this one. If you want to know what an oracle is, check out the Polkadot wiki. Here's a little bit on oracles, but in the blockchain context, an oracle is a way of bringing the real world data, you know, time, stock price, anything that's outside onto the blockchain so that it can be used on the blockchain in the decentralized application or wherever you want to go, right? So if you're doing synthetic assets and you need stock prices, you would need an oracle or something like that. I gotta stop hitting the microphone. But this Polkadot wiki, it's got a lot of great stuff on here. Beyond, you know, just Polkadot blockchain stuff, node man, worth checking out. And one of the things you should check out is the glossary. If you're new, or even, you know, there's some stuff on here, you know, capacity, let's see, here your dApps, dot, you know, stuff that most people know, but if you don't, this is a good way. Hard fork, hard spoon. You know what a hard spoon is? Well, here you go. Kusama, no, anyway, Parachain, it's worth checking out. All right, let's go to KuCoin real quick. So you can find you some dot if we want to go to KuCoin and leverage. Here's a 10x leverage, right? But .BTC, .USDT, here's your price. And I just went here because of the chart. And we're right here. It looks like a double bottom. Boom, boom. We're coming out of the double bottom. We should know really soon where this is going to go. So coming out of this, we're looking at, once we start breaking $40, which is probably not too far from here. Man, I'm looking at a $50 Polkadot in the very near future, hopefully within the next, you know, month or early summer-ish. When it starts to get hot, yeah, I say $50 Polkadot. Maybe more, but once Polkadot gets running and they get more parachains on there and they start getting the Parathreads later on, we'll look at their roadmap. I think it talks more about that, but they're going to do the parachains first, and then later you'll do some parathreading. Kusama, KSM, $411 right now. Pretty much even in the last 1 hour, 24 hours. Up about 23% on the week, but we're, you know, nothing too crazy. Down 17% on the last 30 days. You can see there's about, what, a $3.7 billion market cap, $229 million in the last 24 hours. Here's your supply. All right, so this is the Canary network for Polkadot. Things are going to be tested, worked, and tried out on Kusama. And then when they're good to go and everything's all going over to Polkadot. That means money. That's all I hear about right there. That's everybody's going to want to get on Kusama and everybody's going to want to get on Polkadot. But if you can't get on Polkadot, you're going to really, really want to get on Kusama. And at the market cap right now, let's see. I say $500 in the near future. I think that it's about time for things to start moving up. I think people are going to start to smile. You're going to see what the real crypto community is about, and you're going to see why people are so bullish on crypto. That parabolic gains, those face melting gains, those Lambo gains, to the moon, whatever you want to call it, coming up in the next few months, man. Like Bon Scott said, it ain't no fun waiting around to be a millionaire, but it's good things are going to come. We'll have some ups and we will have some pullback, right? So remember, that's how you wash the weak hands. Right here. It went up, came back all the way down to here. This is when people basically gave up hope, started selling like crazy. It finally bottomed out. That's washing those last weak hands. Now here we go back with the strong hands, reaccumulating, building up their, you know, they're bagging up and looking to break new highs. That's what I think. I don't think either one of these projects are in any shape or form looking to fail in the near future or distant future really either. So here you go. Parachain auctions are coming on Kusama. Boom, boom, boom. That's good stuff. Here's a little bit about Kusama. The link, you can check it out. Here you go. Parachain slot auction. How to participate, teams, auction mechanics. Exciting. So really it's going to start nailing. Once we start getting these parachains, man, that's what it's all about. Some projects along the way that I think are going to be some good movers, some low caps and some normals, But I like the Polkadex, PDEX, $16.75, up 21% in the last 24 hours. 24-hour trading volume is like 3.2 million. I know we got some numbers here, but they're a little, not all the way filled in. We get over to Polkadex, the trading. Oh, here I'll show you here's the chart. So it's pretty new, but it's a Uniswap KuCoin. You can get it on USDT pair on KuCoin is probably your cheapest, but Uniswap with Ethereum, you're looking at some fees and less volume than KuCoin. So you trade how you want, but that's my opinion. So here you go, Polkadex order book, technologies, Kilt, of course. This is what I want to highlight. You can check out the article or the link on your own, but once Polkadot becomes a parachain, or Polkadex becomes a parachain on Polkadot or Kusama or whatever, it will be able to connect to any other parachain and Polkadot network itself to share assets in a trustless way. Polkadex will also get the ability to bring assets from Ethereum to Polkadex. So, you know, it's kind of dependent on how Polkadot does and how the parachains line up and how fast that process goes, who wins the auctions, and so much more. But these are the ones that I'm kind of keeping an eye on. Right now we can see Q1, Q2 2021, June, security audit, public sale. So we're looking at mainnet launch sometime. And then right here, Parachain development, Polkadot crowdfunding, Parachain auction in Q3, Q4 towards the end of the year. And then early next year, we're looking at margin lending, future options, Pebble consensus upgrade, token distribution, if you want to get into this. Lots of good stuff. Check it out. We got, of course, we got Polkadex as a Polkastarter project. PolkaBridge, 28 cents. Actually, let's see. So what do I think on, I'm going to, rough price. Don't hold me to these price predictions. I'm just giving you, if everything goes well, this is kind of ballparking where I think we're going. So at 16.74 on Polkadex, what was I thinking before? Yeah, I was thinking like a $20 or better. Probably not in the not too distant future, right? 1 to 3 months, we're looking at least a $20 Polkadex. But hey, market could crash and burn, but that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I got written on paper. This paper. All right, Polkadex news. So PolkaBridge, we talked about PolkaBridge right here. PBR, that's a good ticket. 28, almost 29 cents, down 1 point. Here's your numbers, but it looks like it's about, man, not even $6 million market cap. So this is high risk, high reward, bottom of the barrel, new, risky, but good reward. Who never knows? And so when we talk about it, let's see what it says right here. It's PolkaBridge is a decentralized all-in-one application platform. One of PolkaBridge's most noticeable products is the PolkaBridge DEX decentralized exchange that allows users to swap tokens on Polkadot to other ones on other blockchain platforms without any centralized organizations. In addition, with a smart deflationary farming mechanism, liquidity providers can earn more rewards than they think. In the future, we will launch lending, launchpad, predict, and more scale-up economy. Anyway, so this one right here, it's got, man, such a small market cap, but the trading volume, you know, 1.3 million in the last 24 hours. Man, I say 50 cents in the next month to 3 months, something like that. It's not out of the question. Yeah, ballparking it, that's where I'm going with that. Let's see where we're at. Moving on. All right. So here's PolkaBridge. Let's talk why. Decentralized all-in-one financial platform. It's substrate Polkadot, China Polka. So anyway, PolkaBridge, decentralized, secure, high performance. You can check this out. We see that they got Tron in there. We got some Binance, Smart Chain, Ethereum, and you know, AMM, farming, launchpad, lending, prediction, governance. And here's a little how it works. You can check all this on your own, tokenomics and stuff like that. Here's your ecosystem. But here's the unlock schedule. So there's, and I think there's a better, no, 1 million, yeah, what is that? 1 million PBR every month goes out to the ecosystem. The marketing is 1 million PBR every month to marketing. And then the team gets 5 million every 6 months. So if you want to know how that's going to unlock, and then here's the vesting release schedule on that. We get down to the roadmap, and this is pretty good stuff. So Q3, we're in Q2 right now, right? Launchpad, migration, PBR to Polkadot, Parachain, testnet, Kusama, whatever. Launching multi-chain, DEX, Ethereum, Binance, Smart Chain. Okay? Q4, end of the year, this is when stuff like this is going to get hot. This is going to be probably the peak of your altcoin season. The Bitcoin season is probably on its fiery demise back to rock bottom fire sale prices before it consolidates for a good amount of time and we start this all over. But in the meantime, your altcoins are going to pump, and you want to do that. You want to get out before they dump, right? But migrating PBR to Polkadot, Parachain mainnet, integrating Polkadot Parachain to the multi-chain DEX. So check for these to really pump hard then. And as always, you want to get them early, right? Buy low, sell high. So what's China Polka, right? Well, that's what it says right here. What is Polka? Is that China Polka? Community, ideal. Anyway, I'm just making that up. I can't read that. It's all right here. So what is Polka? Polkadot is a next generation blockchain protocol that connects multi-dedicated blockchains into a unified network. Basically, if you go in and check this out, it just shows that there is a very large presence for Polkadot in China. And there's a lot of active users that are just willing and able to spend their money on great products through Polkadot, right? Anyway, something to consider for adoption and growth. It's maybe not just your region, location, continent, or whatever. Or maybe you're in China and then it counts as you too. But there's a lot of people that think globally on all of this. You know, try not to get a regional mind. Okay, so here's just some stuff that's Polkadot related. And I'm just going to go over here and show you where you can find. Remember, we talked about Polkadot here and here. And all of these would be listed in this Polkadot ecosystem. And the first one, man, gaming, right? So gaming is going to bring a lot of money. ExeedMe is gaming for money. It's at $1.03, up 5%. It's only got a $57.5 million market cap and a, what, 2.7, 2 3/4 million 24-hour trading volume. Low supply, 100 million. That's not bad. And really no huge pump. So it's pretty new, right? Relatively new on the charts and the listings to Coingecko and stuff like that. But no huge like 20,000 or 2,000 or anything like that. It's pretty stable in here. And I don't think the gaming has really hit this yet. So we got Pancake Swap, Uniswap, and Gate.io right there. Not a lot of liquidity on those last ones, but it looks like Pancake Swap's your best place for this right now. What do they say? ExeedMe is a blockchain-powered tournament platform allowing gamers of all skills to monetize their skills. Yeah, play video games for money. You can do it if you're good. Practice. This one, I got it $1.75 in 3 months. Yeah, maybe $1.50. But I'm saying it's going to start looking for $1.50 to $1.75 on ExeedMe. Earn crypto and NFTs playing games. I think you're going to get a lot more adoption, a lot more people playing this to get some money brought into this project. So that's just what I think. Let me know if you're in the comments if you think I'm wrong. We're throwing out some price predictions left and right. Remember, these are just whims. You know, hey, this is kind of what I think, not financial advice. Here you go. Blockchain-based gaming platform ExeedMe now serves strategic investors and partners. Built on Polkadot, you can go through and read a little bit about some gaming and ExeedMe and stuff like that. All right, next we got DEGO, $16.08, up 5%. I like DEGO Finance. I think as Polkadot develops, and this is going to be another one. It's only at an $87 million market cap, 50 million almost in the last 24 hours. And this is NFTs, DeFi. Finance created a cross-chain NFT and DeFi protocol and infrastructure and an open NFT ecosystem where anyone can mint NFTs, initiate NFT minting, auctions, trading. It's pretty cool. It's got like a little bit of a Lego theme going on, but here's your market and some other stuff. I'm not going to deep dive, but I really dig on DEGO. I think it's been a minute since they've really done much. Again, you're not seeing a huge pump. The last week, they've really made up some pretty good ground here at a 60% rise over the week, but I don't think that's really, you know, that J curve that you can kind of see in crypto. That's kind of what we're looking for. This is the bottom. I think that this is going to start going back up. We're going to be looking for, you know, $20 DEGO in the pretty near future is kind of where I'm looking at with this. All right, Sora is a good one. XOR, $619.26, up 25% in the last 24 hours. Small market cap, right? $181 million market cap. 8 million in the last 24 hours trading volume roughly, right? It says circulating supply is 296,947 and they're all out and about basically. Or real darn close. Yeah, this one's going to be tight. It's 278.30. Look at no big jump yet. It's kind of just made a little bit of a step. And I think that we're going to start pushing for another step here. And this thing's going to start to grow. And you can find Uniswap, Moonswap, Who, Bilax. Yeah, but most of your stuff is going to be on Bilaxy and Uniswap. And it looks like Who.com. But you're looking for XOR, Sora. And I say 750 on this one in the next couple months. At $181 million market cap, yeah, I think that, let's go back over here. Yeah, that won't even bring us to new all-time highs. So I'd say in the next couple months, look for Sora, 750-ish. Sora is working to become a decentralized world economic system, financing the creation of new exciting applications under the democratic supervision of Sora Parliament Technology, Sora Network, PolkaSwap. Yeah, check it out. It's not a bad. Here's some more stuff I'll scroll through for you, but all right. Polkastarter, another one that I really like. Made a lot of videos about this, but it's been a little bit. POLS, Polkastarter, $3.78. And this is another one that's up, about 50% over the last week, but no real major huge stuff. It had a little bit of a push, a plateau, and I think this one's going to end up looking like kind of like proof of liquidity, right? It makes these big clear steps. POL, if you want to look into that, it's KuCoin Pool X. But it does these, it goes up, comes down, and then it steps, and then it does another big step and everything. And I think this one's getting close. I think that we're gonna probably test into here on Polkastarter, and I think I'm looking, probably 475, maybe going up about $1, maybe even $5 in the next couple months. But we're looking, what, 242 million. It's a small market cap. We have 81.5 million in 24-hour trading volume, so it's not bad. It's got a lot of room to grow. And it's, here you go, Polkastarter, decentralized the way your ideas raise capital. There's some good stuff coming up on here too. So upcoming pools, we got the SEER, and then right here the featured ones, the NAOS Finance polls, public. Yeah, this one's probably gonna be pretty hot. Refinable's got a lot of hype and stuff coming up on this. People are talking about it. Polkadex, and quite a bit of other stuff if you want to dig in here. Pokemon, Polka Locker, and yeah, there's a bunch. Eternity, Pokemon, Super Farm, but some are good, some are done, some are moving on, whatever. But there's a lot of good stuff that comes out of Polkastarter, so just some stuff right there. All right, so PLASM, and if you want to know, can I use the MetaMask and what's going on and all this? So here's the PLASM will bring MetaMask to Polkadot for the first time. Your bridge to the decentralized web, MetaMask. Talks a little bit about some Polkadot, and basically right here, Polkadot's first on-chain bounty has passed to rebrand Polkadot. The most oh wait, no, that's not the right one. We want this one. We will integrate MetaMask IO on Polkadot.js soon. Ethereum users can make a Polkadot address from their Ethereum key. Stay tuned. Here, if we go to PLASM Network, MetaMask support, gives you quite a bit of information about MetaMask. Ledger. More, you got questions? Maybe kind of give that a little check over. But really, here's where we're going. PLASM, Polkadot. So Polkadot talks about how it's open source, but it's talking about the basics and stuff like that. But right here, the Polkadot relay chain does not support smart contracts. PLASM will create this functionality, also making it easily scalable. Developers are free to build a variety of dApps, knowing that they can be scaled up with ease. PLASM network scalability relies on layer 2 solutions, such as optimistic virtual machine. Here it talks a little bit about layer 1, layer 2. So here's your Polkadot, Kusama. Here's PLASM interacting, and then here's your gaming decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, Ethereum Bridge, stuff like that. So there you go. A lot of price predictions, a lot of stuff, mostly Polkadot, right? Well, I mean, it's all related to Polkadot in one way or another. I think that Polkadot is going to be huge. I think that it's a little bit undervalued right now, and it's going to go up. There's a lot of these in here that are probably undervalued as well. That are, you can already, 48% in the last week. They're already starting to grow. And some of these other ones that are down, they might just still be on sale and ready to go. Look, Staffy's up 100 and something percent. I mean, it's going to move. It's going to go. Here's Darwinia, 20%. Doc, 28%. Yeah. So, there you go. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think, man. And what did I leave out? I know I left out a lot, but I just really kind of highlighted a few of those. Not so much that they're the best products of all time and everything, but they represent good highlights throughout the whole Polkadot ecosystem to kind of help people get a good image. All right, so you want a crypto, like, subscribe, cheers. We'll see you soon.